These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Happy Monday. I'm Nohelani Graff with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. A final goodbye for a fallen Marine. A memorial service for Sergeant Alec Langan is happening today in Phoenix. Langan, of course, was one of 5 soldiers killed in a helicopter training exercise in California earlier this month. Governor Katie Hobbs is expected to be in attendance. Today, an update is expected on teen violence in the Valley. The Gilbert Town Council subcommittee on that topic is meeting for the 3rd time now. Police Chief Michael Solberg is set to speak, and the group will take public comment. That meeting is set for 6 o'clock at the Gilbert Council chambers. America Votes Now in the South Carolina primary is now in the books, and former President Donald Trump. As for Nikki Haley, she's in the race until every vote is cast and is even buying commercials and airtime in Super Tuesday states. So what happens next, and when might the former president clinch the nomination? Our Joe St. George reports.
Well, the South Carolina primary is now over. No real surprise with the results, but the Republican race for president still marches on. So when might former President Trump mathematically clinch the nomination? By this time next month, the general election may be in full swing. To become the Republican nominee, you need 1,215 delegates. Only Iowa, New Hampshire, Nevada, the Virgin Islands, and South Carolina have now held contests. So while it feels like former President Donald Trump is going to be the nominee, he isn't anywhere close to making it official. After this past weekend, he still needs over 1,100 delegates. But the calendar is about to get very busy. On Tuesday, Michigan will hold its primary. 16 delegates will be awarded. 39 delegates will be awarded on March 2nd when district conventions take place in Michigan. Speaking of that date, that's when Idaho will hold its caucus. 32 delegates are at stake. Washington, D.C. has 19 delegates and will hold a primary on March 3rd. North Dakota has a caucus on March 4th where 29 delegates will be awarded. But the real prize, as it is every 4 years for the Republican candidates, is Super Tuesday. All of these states, 15 of them, will be holding primaries or caucuses on March 5th. 874 GOP delegates will be up for grabs. But if the polls hold, that still wouldn't be enough for former President Trump to clinch. In fact, the Trump campaign, in a memo to reporters recently, has circled March 12th as the earliest date they think Mr. Trump will make it official. That's the date of the Georgia, Washington, Mississippi, and Hawaii political contests. The Haley campaign disputes that date, though, believing she will have some upsets. However, many of the rules have changed in recent years to benefit the former president. For instance, in California, rules have changed to award all of California's delegates on Super Tuesday to the winner. Before, delegates were divided up. As far as President Biden, who isn't facing much of a competitive primary, he could also wrap this up by the end of March, beginning officially the general election campaign. Joe St. George, Scripps News, Washington.
Do you have AT&T as your cell phone provider? We could soon get a reimbursement for the network outage. We first told you about this Thursday's breaking news. The company now says it's going to issue a $5 credit to potentially impacted wireless customers. It says that's the average cost of a full day of service. The FCC says it is investigating the outage. Help us help Arizona kids stay active by donating to the Second Chance Sports Gear Drive. Through Thursday, your donation of new or gently used sports gear will benefit the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Valley. You can donate in person at any of the 17 Earnhardt Auto Centers across the Valley, or we've got that QR code up on the screen right now, and that will help you make a monetary donation online.
Time to have that most accurate forecast. I'm meteorologist Iris Hermosillo. Temperatures today still on the warm side, upper 70s to right around 80 degrees in central Arizona with 50s and 60s across that northern half of our state. We'll be watching for a few light rain showers, though, in the valley, mainly this morning. As we go into this afternoon, just a slight chance of a shower. But you could get a few raindrops on your windshield through the morning, and then that cloud cover is going to stick around through the day, too. We'll see scattered showers across northern Arizona as well. Mostly rain with snow levels remaining fairly high with this storm. We'll get a little bit of snow in spots like Flagstaff, but less less than a tenth of an inch, rather less than an inch of snow and accumulating snow in that part of our state. We'll likely see that accumulating snow confined to the highest peaks. Otherwise, look for rain showers across the state today and tomorrow. We'll see that chance continue. Then Wednesday, another disturbance moves in from the southwest, bumping up those rain chances just slightly again. Highs fall into the upper 70s for a couple days after today. 80s are back by Friday, though, and then we've got another storm to watch next week that could bring more rain and cooler air.
For the latest weather, headlines, and traffic, we're always updating ABC15.com. You can also download our free ABC15 app. Make it a great day.
These latest headlines from ABC 15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.